Right behind me I've got the fire going, and I just rigged up like a pot hanger system. I was using that this morning to boil my coffee, but I'm going to convert that today into a spit, because we're going to cook a whole chicken over the fire today, and I want to be able to turn it without the chicken flopping around on that stick or sliding up and down or spinning when I'm trying to turn it to make sure I get all the corners. So I'll show you how I got it set up here. I was having a hard time finding some sticks and stuff like that to use it here, because we're not supposed to cut anything down. So I'm going to use what I was able to find, what I was able to salvage. And right now we got the fire going. We're trying to build up some coals, a good bed of coals before we stick the chicken on. So I'll give you a quick look. So right here, I have a stick. I couldn't find a Y stick anywhere, with my luck. So I took a stick, I tied it off down there at the bottom. You can see right there. I split it, and then I stuck a little twig inside the inside and carved out the middle a little bit. It's not pretty, but it works just fine. Anyway, we hammered this into the ground, so it's pretty sturdy enough, but it's been rocked around a little bit, and it's starting to come loose, but it'll stay there for what we need it to do. And then I've got this piece here. This is hammered into the ground, and the end of the spit's going to stick in there later on once we get it set up of how we need it to be able to hold on to our chicken. So we're going to go do that now, and then I'll show you how it's going to be set up. All right, so I got a stick here. It's a little longer than me. It's not perfectly straight. I tried straightening it out the best I can in the fire, but just wouldn't cooperate too much. But it doesn't really matter. It'll work nonetheless. So basically what I want to do is up here at the tip, I'm going to tie this guy off around here, and then I'm going to try to split it down the center and then carve a little bit of a notch right in the middle here. So we'll go ahead and do that, and hopefully everything works out fine and it doesn't split all the way through. Doesn't have to be anything pretty. Just as long as it holds is all that counts. Finish it off with a couple of half hitches. Now we'll just grab the trusty privateer. Find the center of it the best we can. Perfect. Don't know if you saw that, but take a look at that. Split it quite nice. Now we're just going to carve a little notch in there because we have a little peg to fit through, and it should hold everything all together quite nice. Alright, so I've cut this little stick here, and this stick is going to be the piece that's going to go through the chicken and then through that slotted hole that we just made, and that'll keep the chicken on and be able to spin it around without having to worry about the chicken falling off. So you'll see here we've got our little hole kind of drilled out, and you want to be able to take your stick and force it through. So your chicken will be sitting like this, through one side of the chicken, out through the other, and jammed in between the center of the stick, and we'll be able to cook it rotisserie style over the fire once we get enough coals going. We're gonna try to thread this stick through here and then through the hole and then back out through the other side to hold everything together. Sometimes it can be hard to find it, but we'll see how it goes. So all right, so we're right through the top. There we go. So there we go. We got our chicken on a stick. We're going to be able to rotate it any which way we like, no problem. Now in a perfect world, I would have put these legs through the string on top, but in experience, they've come loose on me a few times anyway. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. Basically what you want, if you could hold your hand here for only about a couple of seconds, you should be in good shape. If you find it's a little bit too hot and you can't keep your your hands there for very long, then you'll want to spread out your fire slightly. But how we got this going now, it seems to be pretty good. So we'll every 15 minutes or so, we'll come back here and rotate this chicken. So take a look at this. With this setup, every 15 minutes or so, you can come by, give it a twist, and your chicken's going to hang there just fine. And that's it. So, we'll come back from time to time. We'll give you a look at what we got going on here. But this is going to be one delicious supper. So from time to time, come by the fire, put your hand chicken level, and see how long you can keep your hand there for. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. 5 seconds for me is about as much as it can go. I would like it to be a little bit hotter than that, so in between 4 and 3 seconds. And that's the heat I want to try to maintain throughout the cooking process. So I'm going to start pushing up the logs to raise the heat up a little bit. Chicken 360. All right, guys. So we're gonna check and see how this chicken's doing. That looks. Oh my goodness, that looks good. All right, guys. There it is. Chicken is ready. Nice and white all the way down to the bone. Looks good to me. Look at that. So juicy, it's ridiculous. All right, so that's our dinner. Just wanted to show you guys how I cook a chicken over a fire. Looks like it's going to be delicious. How is it? Have you tasted it yet? Is it good? Good as the last one? Oh yeah, good. And anyway, we also have a Caesar salad. I know you're probably wondering what's the deal with Caesar salad and me, but I absolutely love Caesar salad. I think it's my favorite salad there is. I'm kind of addicted to it. And it's a good way to get the kid to eat some greens too. He likes it. So Caesar salad it is. And anyway, so we're just gonna wrap this up. We're gonna eat this chicken and kind of lay low for tonight. We had a rough night sleeping last night, so we want to get a good night's sleep. And tomorrow we'll maybe do some more fishing, and I'll try to bring my video camera this time. But I ran out of juice with my camera, so I had to, and I left my GoPro at camp. But we'll get some fishing done tomorrow, and we'll also get a hike in before we have to pack up and split. So we'll see you then, guys.